Like my grandma used to say, a PC without a case is like a peanut butter sandwich without bread. It gets all over the place, it looks nasty, and it sticks to the roof of your mouth. So let's avoid that scenario by choosing a PC case that keeps our components cool, safe, and looking awesome. Before you start your search, it's helpful to decide what case size you're looking for. There are 4 main categories to look at here. Very small cases that fit tiny mini ITX motherboards, small-ish cases that fit slightly larger micro ATX boards, mid-tower cases, which can usually accommodate the most popular motherboard form factor, ATX, and full tower cases, which gives you lots of room for all your components and cables, so your build doesn't have to look like grandma's spaghetti. Another thing to consider is what type of PC are you building? A gaming machine? An office workstation? A media system for your living room? We'll want to think about how much room we need for our components, how to keep our components cool, and whether we want extra features that make building and using your PC much easier. So once you've decided on a form factor, it's important to consider a case's compatibility with your components. First, you'll want to make sure that your case has enough room for your graphics card. Typically, higher-end graphics cards are longer, taller, or even wider than budget-friendly ones, and that can cause clearance issues in smaller cases. Similarly, some Air CPU coolers might be too tall to fit in these small cases. So in both of these situations, you'll want to check the dimensions of your graphics card and CPU cooler and cross-reference them with your case's clearance specifications. Now, if you're liquid cooling your CPU, you want to make sure that your case has support for your cooler's radiator size. There's nothing worse than excitedly taking a liquid cooler out of the box only to discover that the radiator won't mount properly in your case because it's too big. Speaking of coolers, a well-ventilated PC is a happy PC. Most cases come with at least one fan installed, but check how many other fans your case supports in case you want to upgrade your cooling later. Dust filters are also great to keep an eye out for. These will keep lint and debris from accumulating on your components. Another great way to ensure proper airflow, aside from just adding more fans, is to make sure that you manage your cables properly. Some cases have rubber grommets, hooks, and even extra space behind the motherboard to help you route your cables and keep them out of the way. Taking advantage of these features is an excellent way to make sure that your components stay clean and frosty, like a fresh batch of grandma's ice cream. Now, you may be wondering what price point you should be looking at. Well, that's something that depends on your situation. Bare bones budget cases are easier on the wallet, but that's often because they're most likely built with lower quality materials and a less refined manufacturing process. So you might see flimsy side panels, jagged edges, and fewer quality of life features. Conversely, pricier models are more likely to be built with higher quality materials and more advanced manufacturing. They'll also be less prone to deterioration, like discoloration, over time. Furthermore, they're more likely to have extra features, like better cable management or front USB Type-C. Some other extras to look for in a PC case include drive bays and SSD mounting points for upgrading in the future, toolless elements like thumb screws, side panels with hinges that allow for easy access, as well as accessible magnetic dust filters, and additional features that help show off your awesome build, like transparent side panels made of tempered glass or acrylic, a power supply shroud to hide your cables, or even built-in RGB lighting. If that last one tickles your fancy, by the way, many CORSAIR cases come with RGB-enabled fans and built-in lighting controllers. For example, the CORSAIR Lighting Node Pro, included with the Crystal Series 680X, transforms what would be a normal enclosure into a smart case. CORSAIR's powerful IQ software allows you to use either pre-configured or completely custom dynamic lighting setups synchronized across all your IQ-compatible components, including fans, RGB LED strips, DDR4 memory, keyboards, mice, and more. I mean, you can make your PC look like a futuristic mystery box from space, if you want. However you want your case to look or perform, CORSAIR has you covered. They've got options ranging from bare bones cases to the most high-end feature-rich enclosures out there so beginners and enthusiasts alike can find a case that suits their rig. So the next time you're building a PC, make sure you check out CORSAIR.